What up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness gang, to join the Witness Nation. Now, let's get into this. Whitney D TV 2.0. Let's go. They doing it You made it in court. Mind you, she's done porn. She's in the process of still doing porn, meaning she did it. Well, first off, I want to say that y'all got to understand that fame is a hell of a gun. Welcome back, everybody, to the platform. Before we get into everything, I have to do this disclaimer, okay? This platform discusses any and all information that has been made known to the public in any way. I am not a journalist. I am a commentator, okay? And what that means is I give my comments, just like you, on topics that we are discussing, okay? All right. The information is all alleged, but the commentary is very real. Viewers' discretion is highly advised. Okay. All right, you guys. Welcome to Whitney D TV 2.0. Okay. So I've been asked about this whole situation when it comes to Meg and Tory. If you guys aren't aware, some days ago, Megan the Stallion decided to come out and speak on everything. Okay. And so I was asked about it. If you guys aren't aware, I told you guys on yesterday that one of my close friends, Angela Clary, was dealing with the death of his eldest son. And so I kind of was taken aback and I kind of was just going to just really chill. But I want to be able to get this content out to you guys before the story gets, oh, chow. So let's go ahead and get into everything. All right. So what I want to do with you guys here quickly, I want to share my screen so we can go ahead and first get into the article. And then what I want to do from there, I actually want to go over the interview. Yeah. So I actually pulled up the interview in its entirety. I think it was like 12 minutes or something like that. We're literally going to go through it. I'm going to comb through it and see exactly, what it's hitting for. Give my thoughts on it live. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this article by CBS News, who actually brought the interview, okay, with Gayle King. All right, it says, I really thought that we were all friends. Megan Thee Stallion recounts alleged 2020 Tory Lanez shooting incident. Okay, the article goes on to say it was the early summer of 2020 when rapper Megan Thee Stallion became a household name with her hit single Savage. Well, I actually beg to differ. She was known well before that with what was that song called? I can't remember the song, but um it was a song before that. Oh, shouts out. I'm sorry, I did not get into my gist of everything. I do apologize. Welcome, everybody. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from in the chat or in the comments. Okay, make sure you guys like, share this video, and subscribe to the channel here if you have not done so already. Please, by all means, keep it cute or you will get the boot. Okay, thank you guys so very much. Okay, be heard. Leave a comment. All right. Okay, so yeah, so hey, come get this commentary. I'm sorry. She said, woo, this case is just ugh. You know what? I'm right there with you, and I'm gonna tell you guys how I feel in regards to everything, okay? Fair use. Okay, this material protected by fair use clause of the Copyright Act 1976, allowing the rebroadcast of copyrighted materials for the purposes of commentary, entertainment, and education. And you guys, it's really all of the above. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this particular article, okay? But like I said, yeah, she had a hit before that. I can't remember what I think it's like big something, like it was like big big something freak, big old freak. Big body big yeah, I'm gonna make it was it. Yeah, that song, that's actually what, catapult her, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, I digress. But before she was known professionally as Megan Thee Stallion, she was Megan Pete, a Houston, Texas native with some big dreams. I've always been confident I've always been loud. I've always been outgoing. Like I've always just enjoyed entertaining. When I look now, I'm like, dang, we really did this. Megan Thee Stallion told CBS morning co-host El King, okay? And I would have to agree with that. In Texas, we are loud, child. We are loud. You know what I'm saying? Most of the women are very loud and country or whatever the case may be. But yeah, so I understand that. Okay? Her confidence, sound, and outsized personality on social media built her a fan base of hotties, as she calls them. She caught the attention of some of her peers, including rapper Nicki Minaj, who teamed up with her for the single Hot Girl Summer, and Beyonce, who remixed Savage. Megan Thee Stallion was soaring professionally in 2020, but internationally, internally, sorry, my bad, you guys, she was going through some tough times after losing her mother in 2019. She had already lost her father when she was sorry, y'all. Sorry. Let me turn my ringer. She had already lost her father when she was 15 years old. They were my best friends. It was only the three of us all the time, Megan Thee Stallion said. Like when I went to school, it was a little different with me interacting with our other kids. And her parents, just really let me know, like, you can't ever let somebody else's insecurities make you insecure. But it was in July of 2020 when Megan Thee Stallion said she would go through something she still has nightmares about to this day. After leaving a house party in the Hollywood Hills with rapper Tory Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, and a friend from Houston, she said there was an argument in the car because she wanted to leave and others didn't. It was an argument because I was ready to go and everybody else wasn't ready to go. But that's like normal friend stuff. Megan Thee Stallion told King, it shouldn't have got this crazy. The argument was with the two people in the back seat. So I asked the driver to pull the car over, like, I'm done with this. And I should have stayed out of the car. Like, I should have not got back in the car. And they was like, Megan, just get back in the car. We're almost there. And like, just get back in. So I get back in the car. It gets worse, she said. As the argument escalated, Megan Thee Stallion said she got out of the car, and that's when she accuses Lanez of firing a gun at her several times. So I get out of the car, and it's like everything happened so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming. And he said, Dansby, and he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God, like he shot a couple of times. And I was so scared, Megan Thee Stallion stated. So is he in the car shooting from the car, Megan? How is he? King asked her to clarify. He is standing up over the window shooting, and I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to move too quick. The rapper said she told King that at the time she thought, I don't know if it's gonna shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me. Megan Thee Stallion said she looked down at her feet and saw that she was bleeding. She said she crawled into someone's driveway, uh, shocked that Lanez had shot her. Lanez pleaded not guilty to assault and weapons charges in connection with the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion in late 2020. Earlier this month, a judge ordered him to not make any public mention of the case or the victim. The case is expected to go to trial in September of this year. All right, so I want to stop the article from there, and I want to go ahead and go into the video. All right.
If you ain't getting money, then you need to get away. LA Nelson, Diva Walk, lip gloss popping off. Diva Walk, stay fly in your heels. Diva Walk, and you pay your own bills. Diva Walk, you put it down for your boo. Diva Walk, getting money's what you do. Diva Walk, 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 walk. Diva Walk, bounce, bounce, bounce. Diva Walk, ay, gotta
Okay. So yeah, so let me go ahead and end that. And let's actually listen and partially hear and see what she had to say. Now, I am going to put a overlay over it every now and again because I don't want to get copyright threats. You know, look, I'm over here trying to build a second page. Okay, so let me go ahead and share this particular video of Meg the Stallion actually on Gayle King with the interview, and we're gonna dissect it as it goes, and I'm going to give my commentary on it as it appears. Okay. All right. So let me give it full screen.
I've been like this all my life. I've always been confident. I've always been loud. I've always been outgoing. Like, I've always just enjoyed entertaining. When I look now, I'm like, dang, we really did this.
When did you know you were good at this?
I feel like I wrote my first rap when I was 7, and I didn't tell my mama. Well, I did tell my mama the rap, but I didn't tell her I wanted to be a rapper. But I saw her rapping, and I would go to the studio with her, and I would sit in the waiting room, waiting at the door, listening to what she in there saying, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that sounds fire. I like that.
You go, I could do that at 7.
I could do that. And when I got to college, everybody just knew me as the Stallion, and she rap, and I was like, okay, this is my identity. Yes, this is what we wanted.
H-Town made the H-Town raised the. Damn, I'm so proud to be your H-Town native.
5 years after Megan Thee Stallion posted this dorm room video, she made her debut on the Billboard Hot 100 list with the song Big Ol' Freak. That same year, her mother passed away. She had already lost her father when she was just 15. I asked her what she had learned from her parents, a question that made her emotional. I didn't mean to make you cry. I was just curious about the impact and effect they've had on your life.
They were my best friends. It was only the 3 of us all the time. Like, when I went to school, I feel like it was a little different with me interacting with other kids. So, they would kind of pick with me a little bit. Like, I was so tall already. They just really let me know, you can't ever let somebody else's insecurities make you insecure.
I'm a savage. Yeah. Classic.
In May 2020, Megan Thee Stallion's hit song Savage is inescapable, and so is she. Savage is everywhere. You are a huge success, which brings us to July 12th, 2020. Let's go there, Megan. That night changed everything for you.
Rapper Tory Lanez has been charged with shooting artist Megan Thee Stallion during an argument.
Megan Thee Stallion hit by multiple gunshots.
There was an argument in the car?
It was an argument because I was ready to go and everybody else wasn't ready to go. But that's normal friend stuff. We fuss about silly stuff all the time. But I never put my hands on anybody. I never raised my voice too loud. This was one of them times where it was it shouldn't have got this crazy.
It shouldn't have.
As I stated, I'm gonna be giving my commentary in and out of this, and I wanted to stop it right there, because I want to make this particular statement. Okay, so I've actually been in a situation, not with gunfire and all this stuff like that, but I was in a situation to where I got into it with one of my friends who was at the club. Okay. And she was ready to go, but see, I was a social butterfly. I was known around Dallas, and people knew me, so I would, after the club closed, it may be 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, but I'm still socializing with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And so she was upset. She was ready to go. I think some people started shooting there. And she was like, "Let's go, girl, let's go." She cussed me out and everything, and we almost fell out because she was ready to go and I wasn't. So I can understand how it could be an argument of that magnitude. However, we are privy to a little more information because all the stuff was getting leaked and put out there. It was a situation, from what we heard allegedly, that she was ready to go because Tory was flirting. Now, I've been there before too. It's a dude that you messing with on the low that don't nobody know now. He won't mess around with none of my friends, nothing like that. But however, we was messing around on the low, and I saw his interaction with somebody at the club. Maybe I acted darn fool. I splashed water on him, her, and I was like, "What's up? What we doing?" You know what I'm saying? And we actually went to the club together. You know what I'm saying? And I said, so, I got into it with her. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, don't be playing with me. Let's go. I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So these stories I get. I can get being upset because if somebody you messing around with on the low is flirting with somebody and you really can't check them because you really not exclusive with them. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. I also get how you can leave from a place and they're pissed off because they were having a good time, but you ready to go. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Come get this commentary. It says, do your footage include the text messages Meg shared? Because they edited that footage out, the interview, and shortened the interview to around 12 minutes. And it was about 18 minutes. I wonder why. Well, I'm just as the footage, I guess, that you're talking about, that's 12 minutes. I am aware of the text messages. So even if they wasn't going to say anything about it, I was going to. But I don't know. A lot of reasons why things can be cut out of interviews and stuff like that is because they watch stuff back and they be like, we talk too much, we said too much. This can hinder a situation, right? However, what people got to realize, because I saw a lot of people like, well, why is she talking about it? Tory Lanez can't. Y'all have to understand, people. Okay, that's something that I was actually trying to tell people when it was going on with the R. Kelly trial and situations. They were getting mad at Angelo coming out and talking about his daughter and said that she was lying about stuff. And it's like, he can say whatever he wants to, y'all. He's not on trial. I can say what I want to about the situation. I'm not on trial. So at the end of the day, Meg the Stallion is like in the situation of a Azriel or a prosecution or whatever. She can say whatever she wants to. She's the one that brought amongst the allegations. So she the one go on this 20 city hobo tour explaining her story and giving her kant of reality or her experiences. She can do that. And is it a good situation at times? No, because they can use it in court. They can use it in court law. We all seen, if you haven't, go visit WhitneyD TV, okay, the original channel, and I break down the cases and stuff like that. You would hear how a lot of these things that happen on YouTube, the interviews that they do and stuff like that, can and will be used in a court of law, you know? So yeah. Sir, I think it's Serta full size mattress says that's not what was said from the transcript. Where did she bring up the bus stop? I don't know. Andrea says I think it's Andre or Andrea. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. She says, I'm so glad you are doing this. People have made up all sorts of things she was supposedly said and standing on it. He also says, I've heard people saying, oh, she said she kicked out the window. She said she was in the back seat. She said she didn't see who shot her. He wasn't shot. She wasn't shot. Kelsey shot her. None of that is true. Here's my thing in regards to all these stories, y'all. I don't believe anything until it comes out of a person's mouth. Y'all can feel how you feel about it. I don't believe hearsay. Until somebody says it's out their mouth, that's what I go with. I wasn't there. I can't tell her if she's lying or not. Okay. All I can go by is what a person says. And then furthermore, I go by what is presented in the court of law. Okay. So if she's saying this right now, this is all I can go by. This is her first time actually sitting down and giving a depth interview in regards to what are some details not translated. Absolutely, y'all gotta understand she is going to court with this, so she does have to tread lightly with everything. But I myself am a reality seeker, a truth seeker, so I'll put pieces of puzzles together. That's just me. I mean, I don't believe men, I don't believe women, I believe facts and evidence, and that's just what it is. So I'm just giving my thoughts in regards to this interview as it unfolds. Okay, let's continue. Andre, okay, thank you, and Andre. All right, honey bunches. Okay, so let's continue with the interview. Okay.
Escalated to the
Right.
way that it did. Can you just briefly walk us through what happened that night? It starts you're at a party at Kylie Jenner's house.
I had went there and we were just hanging out and I was ready to go. because I had been there all day.
So you guys end up in a car. You, Tory Lanez, your friend at the time, Kelsey, and his driver / security. Tory Lanez, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, is a Grammy-nominated rapper and singer from Canada. Kelsey Harris was one of Megan Thee Stallion's best friends from Houston. There was an argument, and you get out of the car, right?
At that point, the argument wasn't even with me. Like, the argument was with the two people in the back seat. So I asked the driver to pull the car over, like, I'm done with this. And I should have stayed out of the car. Like, I should have not got back in the car. And they was like, Megan, just get back in the car. We almost there. Like, just get back in. So I get back in the car. It's like it's getting worse.
Like, arguing in the car.
The arguing in the car is getting worse. And I don't want to be in this car no more. Like, because I see it's getting crazy. So I get out the car and it's like everything happens so fast. And all I hear is this man screaming. He said, dance. And he started shooting. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, he shot a couple of times. And I
so
was
is
so
he
scared.
In the car, shooting from the car, Megan?
He is standing up over the window, shooting. And
Okay, I wanted to come back on because this is something that I heard going around or whatever. Her story changed, her story changed. It was like this, it was like that. Okay, come on, y'all. Let's use logic, okay? You can be in the back seat and shoot somebody from the window. What she's saying is like the car door is open and he's standing in that little, you know, where you can like stand up on the like the step at the bottom of the truck. If I need to, baby, I will record a video of it because we have a Jeep, we have a truck, right? And if I open up that back door, I can stand still in the truck over the window, okay? You know, whenever you stand on that foyer, you're literally standing over the door, okay? So he could have been standing up over the window and shooting, or he could have been in that window still inside shooting, y'all. Like, it's logical, it's plausible what she is saying. Okay, so I don't understand how that was any different in regards to that. People were, I saw that out there. No, that's not what she said. She said that he was in the back seat, and it's plausible, you guys. It's possible for him to be shooting from the back seat above the window or in the window. Just wanted to speak on that because I saw that countless amount of times.
And I didn't even want to move. I didn't want to move too quick, like, because I'm like, oh my God, if I take the wrong step, I don't know if he can shoot something that's like super important. I don't know if he could shoot me and kill me. Like,
were you afraid for your life at that time?
I was really scared because I had never been shot at before. And I looked down at my feet because I wasn't even, the adrenaline is pumping so hard. I'm not sure if he hit me. Like, I feel it, but I don't understand what's happening. So I look down at my feet and I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm really bleeding.
I wanted to come back on camera again in regards to just this last statement that you made. For one, I understand the adrenaline. Okay. My deceased brother that just passed last year got shot. He was in a situation to where he was trying to defend his daughter, and it was a situation where this guy was trying to actually shoot his daughter, and he jumped in the line of the bullet. Okay, this is the reason why I was just so heartbroken by my brother's passing. He was a great guy, right? So he literally jumped to take the bullet for his daughter. He didn't even notice that he was actually shot until he got in the house and somebody was like, "You're shot," and he was like, "Oh." Your adrenaline, that's just like whenever you get, you know how it is when you're fighting. You don't feel stuff until after the fact, right? So I do get how she didn't notice if she got shot or not, you know, or if anything grazed her or if anything impacted her at that moment of time. I've actually, again, like I said, y'all thug life. No, I'm just playing, but I've been in a situation where I'm at a club and it got shot at several occasions. Like, God really saved me, you know, covered me in my youth because I've been in some stupid situations that I shouldn't have been and kept putting myself around it. One of my friends that were literally beside another friend that got shot in her arm because the dude was standing across the street from a gas station and was shooting into the parking lot and somebody else. And one of the bullets actually shot her in her arm, right? And we were standing right there by her. And we were just taking off running, in a situation. You don't notice stuff right off when it happens. You know what I'm saying? So I can get that. And then another thing, people was talking about, oh, she was fake crying and stuff like that. Well, you also got to take into consideration this this situation happened. She's grieved past it. She's having to relive the situation. So I really think that what we're experiencing right now is, I don't think she's faking. I'm just gonna be honest with you. As I'm hearing the story, not that it's relatable to me because I ain't been shot. You know what I'm saying? However, I can see it unfold as she's telling me. I can understand maybe that the emotions are gone because she kind of moved past it. However, I don't think that she's trying to squeeze out tears or anything like that. I just feel like, she's kind of like moving past the emotion of it all. And some emotion, is kind of like difficult for her to express. I do believe that, it's kind of just her telling the story or whatever. I don't feel like that has nothing to do with anything. Okay. I don't feel like her not showing any remorse or it don't matter about what happened to her. She could have stood on this interview and showed no emotion, didn't cry, not one lick of anything. And that does not negate the fact of the matter that she got shot at. Okay. Or that a bullet grazed her, whatever the case may be. That has nothing to do with anything. That's just my opinion. But let's continue with it.
So I like dropped down and I crawl in somebody's driveway. Like, I can't believe you shot me.
And what is he saying, Tory Lanez saying?
He is
after
apologizing. He's, I'm so sorry. Please don't tell nobody. I'll give y'all $1 million if y'all don't say nothing. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you offering me money right now? Help me. Like, and if you sorry, just help me. Like,
but at that moment,
we didn't even make it to the house. Like, somebody had already called the police, and it was like so many of them. It was helicopters. I was like, oh my God, we all about to die. Like, the George Floyd incident had just happened. The police are definitely very much shoot first, ask questions after. So I'm like, it's a hot gun in the car. I'm bleeding. I've been shot. They about to kill somebody. Like, something bad is about to happen.
And I saw a lot of people was trying to debunk that and talking about that in regards to, Floyd, whatever. I believe it. No shade. Again, you see how we've moved past that? And so we get disconnected with the emotion. Come on now. Come on now. You see how we disconnect from the emotion. Okay? So that's what we're experiencing right here with her kind of grappling for tears and stuff like that. But that's neither here nor there. What I wanted to talk on was about the mentality. Okay. We've all heard about, you can take the dude out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of him. This is what you're witnessing, people. All right. She is from Houston, Texas. She, at this point in time, newly embarked on her career. Okay. And you heard that. It's a hot gun. See, that's street talk. Okay. Let me tell you. All right. I'm in Dallas, Texas. Okay. That's street talk. It's a hot gun. Okay. She's thinking like a ninja. All right. A ninja. Okay. Not trying to be funny or anything. She has a ninja mentality right now that, hey, I am Queen Newton. Hey, honey bunches. She's thinking that bump the celebrity. Okay. It's a hot gun in the car. They're going to see it and they ain't going to be asking no questions. I get it. Okay. I, you may not, but I absolutely get it. I get it. I get it. She's like, oh my God. And police have a way of covering stuff up. Okay. So I get how she kind of got nervous in the aspect like, oh, it's about to go down. And then y'all know how we are as human beings. It's either fight or flight. All right. And so I feel as though, and you're gonna hear it lead into it, her stating that she, initially lies about the first intentions of what happened. So let's go ahead and continue with the interview. I just wanted to chime in on that particular part because I heard a lot of people trying to knock that down, that whole perspective of George Floyd and stuff like that. And oh, now she wants to be woke. No. I myself was nervous to be in a car and get pulled over. Okay. Like, let's not act as if we don't remember that feeling that we had with all the George Floyd situation happened. But see, again, just like her, that time has passed. We've kind of healed past that. All right. But all of us was nervous about what could happen with an officer and all this stuff like that. Let's be very clear and let's be real.
So somebody hears the gunshots, they call the police. The police come and they say what to you?
They tell everybody to get out of the car.
TMZ obtained video from that night.
And then you could see the footage of me in the swimsuit, limping backwards, feet bleeding.
And they say to you, what happened here?
I don't remember everything they said to me, but I remember them asking me what's happening, what happened to you. And I didn't want them to kill any of us or shoot any of us. So I just said I stepped on glass because I didn't.
Why did you say that? Why didn't you say he shot me?
I didn't. For some reason, I was just trying to protect all of us because I didn't want them to kill us. Like, even though this person just did this to me, my first reaction still was to try to save us. Like,
in regards to this as well, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but Megan comes from a background of abuse, okay, in regards to her relationships, okay? And I don't know if anybody takes those things into consideration. I do. Yeah, I know I'm a little deeper than most. I don't just look at surface level situations. I try to dig a little deeper. It was a situation that that happened years ago, and she actually talked about it on one of her lives because I used to follow Megan, right? And she talked about her being in an abusive situation with this dude, and when the police came, she lied.
If I beat a nigga ass, I beat a nigga ass. I ain't beat niggas asses no more because I know a nigga will quickly snitch on you and send you to jail. I know that. That's what I know now. So ladies, if you hitting on that nigga, you need to stop, bitch. Because if the laws ask him, did you hit him? He gonna say yes. Bitch, you going to jail. You're going to jail. Take it from the hot girl coach, okay? But yeah, that was my little story time. So y'all hoes on the internet, stop bringing my motherfucking mama up. Because y'all don't want them motherfucking problems. Please. And thank you. Any motherfucking questions, comments, concerns, we answering them right here, right now. I am an advocate. I do not condone domestic violence on either parties. Nobody wants to go to jail. Jail is not fun. Jail smell like pee. Jail is hell, okay? I don't know how the fuck niggas love going in and out of jail, because I don't. Them was the worst 2 days of my life. You hoes can email me at imthestallion.com. imthestallion@gmail.com if y'all hoes want to know anything else. I'm sending out care packages. I'm sending out notices. I'm sending out ways and steps to prevent getting hit by your nigga or hitting on your nigga. If the nigga come at you crazy, bitch, you got to go right then. It ain't cute. It ain't fun.
I don't know if y'all remember that. If you guys remember that, put a boot in the comments, put a boot in the chat. But am I lying? Okay, if I had enough time, I would have looked it up. But she expresses how she took the blunt of it, and I think she even went to jail behind this dude or whatever the case may be, because she was trying to protect him, right? So this doesn't surprise me. It may surprise y'all. Y'all may look at it like, well, why would she do that? Because she has a history of protecting her abuser. Why did Azriel, Joycelyn, and all the rest of them sit on Gayle King and all the other networks and lie about R. Kelly, only to come out and tell the truth? Y'all got to understand that abusive mentality, okay, and a victim's mentality, okay? Why do anybody take up for their abuser and things that happen to them? Because, again, they're trying to protect them. Okay, they don't want harm to come their way, although they know that they've been abused by this person. I'm case in point. And my whole family member is still thriving. I didn't press any charge or anything like that, because I'm still at the end of the day thinking about that's my family. That's why a lot of us let Ray continue to touch on the family members' kids, because they're still family and you still love them and you still don't want nothing to happen to them. Okay. So when you ask the question, was she lied or why did she lie about that? Well, let's look at her history. She's done it before. She's taken up for her abuser before. Thank you. I see the boots in the chat. So she's done this before, you guys. She's taken up for somebody lesser than a Tory Lanez. Okay. All right. Now, y'all know Whitney finna bring it deep. Okay. Let's continue with this. All right.
Like, I didn't want to see anybody die. So I just said, I stepped on glass. So when I see people trying to use that against me, like trying to act like I'm lying, oh, she stepped on glass, she never got shot. I'm the one who said I stepped on glass. I was lying to protect all of us. And sometimes I wish I really would have never said that.
You wish you would have just told the truth.
I wish I would have told the truth, but if it saved all of us from dying, then that's just probably what it was meant to be.
So when you told the police you stepped on glass, did they believe you?
I don't know.
So how did you go from the glass? Did you go to the hospital?
So they took me straight to the hospital, and the police questioned me, and I said it was just glass.
You still stuck with that
I
story?
stuck with it was glass. And right as the officers was like, okay, we done with this, we leaving, the doctor came in and he was like, you know, you got bullets in both of your feet. Like, you got fragments in this foot, and it's like right on the back of your Achilles. And I'm like,
there is a medical report that says that there were bullets, that you had been shot. And the medical report also says that to this day, you still have
bullet
fragments in your
my
foot.
feet.
And there are still many people, as we sit here today, Megan, that don't even believe you were shot.
And I wanted to talk on that. Okay. And you do have the sad reality of people that do not believe her. And this is what is so freaking ridiculous about the societies, about the world. Okay. You guys are so deflective when people are hurt. This really happened. Regardless if it was a grazing, regardless if who shot, it happened to her. But no, you guys are so hell bent on believing or not believing if she was sleeping with Tory or not. Who gives a damn? Okay. That happens every day in the hood, B. Broads mess with their friends, mans all the time. Family member messes with family members all the time. Family friends members mess with family. Okay. Who cares? What does that have to do with this girl going through such a traumatic situation as this? Oh, well, it shows if she's telling the truth or not. If she'll lie about this, she'll lie about that. Who gives a damn about her vagina? Her foot got shot. Why are we worrying about what is going up in her or what's not and what she feels like is none of nobody's freaking business? But I concur. Let's continue with this.
There's a hot gun in the car.
Yeah.
What else? What happened?
In text messages obtained by CBS News, Kelsey
There go those
Harris,
text
the other woman
messages.
in the car, texted Megan's security guard saying, "Help, Tory shot Meg."
I really thought.
All right, so here are those text messages in regards to what Come Get This Commentary was expressing earlier today, okay? Earlier in the live, okay? So I actually noticed something, okay? And it was actually shouts out to Expressive Channel. She actually pointed out this first, and I was like, she's right. So the date and time doesn't necessarily match up, okay? I don't know if anyone took that under consideration. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can pull it up. Okay, so it says the rapper whose real name is Daystar Peterson. I'm just looking up an article, all right? And it reads, is accused of shooting Meg after a party in Hollywood Hills on the 12th of July, 2020. All right. So what I'm gathering, okay, is that this happened, the text messages are alleging to be that morning, okay? So what I'm gathering is that it was hours later. And hold on. Come get this commentary says, I'm wondering if the time difference is that why they edited those texts out the interview. No, this is the interview right here. This is the not the full, this is the interview, and it's still in here. But what I was trying to say in regards to it is that it doesn't look fishy when it comes to Meg. She's been shot. These are text messages from Kelsey. Okay. So my thing is that why hours later was this text to the bodyguard? It looks awfully suspicious when it comes to Kelsey, not with Meg, because these text messages aren't allegedly from Meg to the bodyguard. These are from Kelsey. Why did it take so long for Kelsey to text the bodyguard to say, hey, Meg has been shot by Tory? It doesn't look bad on Megan. It looks bad on Kelsey. That's just if you at this age. Because I think this situation happened. I think they said it earlier in this interview. I think it was like around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. Here it is, 7 a.m. These alleged text messages came in to the bodyguard, right? So I'm gathering these text messages are from the bodyguard's phone, you know. And 9 times out of 10, to confirm this, all they got to do is subpoena Kelsey's phone records or phone or whatever the case may be. Okay. Y'all know, like I be telling y'all, there's ways around making sure that text messages are factual and where they came from. And so it don't even matter if they were fake or not. One side's gonna have the real ones. And know that with forensics, they can dig and actually get text messages and all that stuff, deleted ones and all that. Come get this conversation. I'm talking about on Good Morning America channel. Isn't that where the original interview was? Yes, we're on there. This is Good Morning. Let me actually go to it. Yeah, this is from there. See? CBS Mornings. I went to the main page. Hold on, let me pull it up. Yeah, see, this is it right here. Come get this commentary. So this is the original channel, CBS Mornings. This is the original one that they released. Now the original may have been 18 minutes, but they did bite it down. But it's right here. This is from it. Come get this conversation. Oh, okay. Those texts were there yesterday. Yes, ma'am. I stand corrected. Oh, it's okay. It's all right. I wasn't there yesterday. Oh, okay. So you probably was looking at another viewing of it, another depiction of it. Because the ones that's been floating around here, this is the video that I've been seeing. And it piqued my interest to go further research. But anyways, I digress. Okay, so let's continue, y'all.
Meg.
I really thought that we were all friends. And sometimes I feel like I put the blame on myself because when my mom passed, I just felt like I was looking for some type of family environment, and I was letting so many people in, and I didn't care who it was. I just wanted to feel like I got family and I got people that care about me, and just I could hang out with everybody, and I was just going through it.
What was the nature of your relationship with Tory Lanez? Because he has led people to believe that it was a sexual relationship, that it was that you two were dating. What was the nature?
We were not dating. We were really close. We were friends. We hung out like every day. And his mom passed too. So when I felt like we were bonding over that. And
I wanted to talk about this, okay, because this is so real. Trauma bonding, okay? And I've spoken about this on my main channel. Trauma bonding is very real. I don't know if you guys remember the actress that passed from Glee. What's her name? Who was with Sean? And do y'all remember? How many of y'all remember? Put a boot in the chat. How many of y'all remember her sister and her ex-husband at the time getting close? They said it was for the kid, right? But the pictures and how they were holding hands and walking and stuff like that. Look now, I'm gonna tell y'all this over my dead body. Okay. Do I want any of my family members getting with my husband in lieu of me passing or whatever, baby? You heard here. Okay. So if you see it, like for real, okay, start a show, okay, because you're hearing it from Whitney, the living herself. Let one of my family members touch my husband. I don't care, even in death. Okay, I will hunt you down and gut you like a fist. Okay, all right. Anyways, now I'm just playing, y'all. Not playing. All right, but trauma bonding is very real. Okay. And I do see that. Okay. I do see that happening. Okay. I do see that they were friends, they were close and stuff like that. But I do believe trauma bonding is very real. And I do believe they had a sexual situation. But let's go into this. And after this, I'm going to wrap it up or whatever. But let's continue with this interview. I just wanted to chime in on trauma bonding is so real. And I also want to say that in regards to her loss, I do believe that she dived into just having people around her. I don't know if you guys noticed, that's when all that drive the boat started happening. She just started drinking a lot and heavily and stuff like that because she had to deal with the loss, and then she basically had to keep it pushing because she was thrown into this industry, and checks got to be cashed. People got to be paid. You know what I'm saying? So I believe all of this right here, right now, what's going on. Let's continue.
And
Did you have an intimate relationship with him?
like sexual?
Yeah. Did you, Megan, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
So why do you think he's putting out the story that the two of you had a relationship and that you're making the whole thing up?
I think that he is trying to deflect from the fact that he committed a crime.
You gotta be very specific. You gotta be very specific. And that's why I be telling people, you see the difference between a journalist and a commentator? Okay, because see, if she was interviewing with me, y'all would have got a lot more information than Gail. And I love Gail, but at the end of the day, she's a journalist. She's depicting a story. Okay. She's not a commentator. She's not a person that's on the other side viewing it as it's unfolding or wherever. She's, you know, okay, so she has some integrity that she has to keep in solidarity. Okay. That's why I be telling y'all gotta know the difference on YouTube when you talk about somebody being a journalist, when you, excuse me, when you talk about somebody being a commentator, and when you just got a blogger or a YouTuber. It's lines are very, very clear when it comes to different roles people play. What you guys are seeing unfold with the likes of Gayle King is she's a journalist first. She has a creed, she has a code that she has to abide by. So a lot of areas she can't cross. Me as a commentator, that's where the lines get a little drawn out. Okay. And when you interview with a commentator, okay, it's a difference. Because my question would have not been, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory? She said already that they were friends. Okay. There was no relationship there. Now, my question would have been, have you had any kind of sexual situations with Tory? Have you been sexually involved with Tory at all? Be it um be it physical, be it not physical, but be it orally, vaginally. Yeah, I would have went all in the nooks and the crevice, okay? Because no, she was being honest with that. She did not have sexual relations with him because he was sexually involved with a darn friend. Okay? Let's be clear. All right? She didn't ask the right question. And I think she asked the right questions, but she didn't go deep. Okay? They just had sex. All right? That's not a relationship. How many of us have had a sneaky link? Okay? All right. Now, mine's back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But you can have sex with somebody and it not be no relationship with that situation. That's why, if you notice, body language is deep. She smirked with that. You know, she smirked with that. I let him, eat the groceries. Okay, I let him eat the groceries. I let him, you know what I'm saying, like twat. You know, it could have may very well not have been a little penetration situation. They were friends. Maybe they went there and they noticed that this could go left. So let's stop it. Right? You talking to my friend. I don't want to do this to her or whatever the case may be. Okay. probably the whole freaking argument that transpired in the freaking truck was about this whole situation. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. I don't think we ever will know, if you ask me. However, I'm just giving my commentary off of what is before me. And, this was something that was going around or whatever. Did she lie? No. So I don't know why people are out here talking about the girl lied about having sex with Tory. She answered the question that was posed to her. And the question was, did you have a sexual relationship with Tory? She didn't. There's no facts behind that. All right. She probably had sex with him, but it was no relationship with him. So, hey, look, you got to make sure that you ask the right questions. Okay. Like, that's not Megan's fault. But I concur. Let's continue.
Tory Lanez pleaded not guilty to assault and weapons charges related to the shooting. We asked his attorney about Megan's allegations in this story. She responded that they look forward to addressing Ms. Pete's claims, including her inconsistencies, discrepancies, and omissions when his case goes to trial later this year.
How has your life changed since you were shot?
I feel like my anxiety is worse. I feel like my relationship with people it's gotten very cold because I'm not as trusting as I used to be.
I was going to ask you, is it hard for you to trust people?
Like, I've got this wall and I don't want to make any friends, and I'm trying to be as nice as I can to everybody. But new people, I probably don't even hold a conversation longer than 30 minutes because I feel like every time I'm talking, I'm like on the verge of tears and I don't want to have to explain to strangers why I'm crying.
Yeah.
Half the time I just want to pick up the phone and call my mama and be like, what do I do? Like, it's too much. I feel crazy. I'm sad, and I feel like I have to hold it in because I have to be strong for so many people.
What do you say to people that still don't believe that you were actually shot?
I don't think any of this is for them. Like, it's for me. Like, I know this happened to me. Mm-hmm. And I'd rather it play out in court and the facts come out and everything comes out than me having to plead my case. And I'm a victim. Like, I'm the victim. Like, I'm not defending myself against anything. Like, something happened to me.
And following a pretrial hearing earlier this month, Tory Lanez was taken into custody and later released on bail. A judge ruled that he had violated protective orders, including one that prevents him from sharing information obtained through the criminal proceedings.
All right, you guys, that wrapped up her particular interview with Gayle King. It's like a few more seconds there of the interview, but I just want to, give my last little thoughts and commentary about this before we wrap this up in a nice little pretty bow. Because you guys were asking on my main channel, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna bring it over here to TV 2.0. Now, I just feel like overall, Megan got herself in a situation to where it just kind of spiraled out of control with her life. I feel as though when we lose people very dear to us, we're trying to grapple with life. And I feel as though that, she lost so many people around her, and she just started trying to kind of open up again. Like you heard her say, she was just trying to be trusting and try to make a understanding of life. You know what I'm saying? And I feel as though that, people around her, dropped her. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not giving her any kind of excuses whatsoever. Am I doing that? Because if she slept with her friends, man, absolutely that's wrong. Like, that's shady as hell. You don't do stuff like that. Doesn't it negate the fact of the matter of what she went through as far as her getting shot at Grace? Heck no. I don't care about that. See, that's what the media wants to do to try to depict her story. And like she said, she is the victim. And as I always tell y'all on WhitneyD TV, I believe the victims, period. I'm not trying to worry about what she's doing or not doing with her vagina, how her relationship is with Kelsey. That neither here nor there. If this fool, and I do mean fool by Tory Lanez, did this, he needs to be prosecuted to the full extent of law, and he needs to be held accountable and be thrown and tossed up under the jail. That's on period. You don't sit there and be reckless like this. And let's be very clear. This dude has a history of being violent in a lot of cases, you know. And I think it's really the Napoleon syndrome. When you short, you just, you know what I'm saying, you're reckless. I, case in point, can attest to that. I'm 5'4", but these hands come with it, you know what I'm saying? And they always been that way because I felt like I've always had to fight all my life, from being sexually abused to being short to being even more so short and petite. People think they can test me, so I'm just fired, you know what I'm saying? But it comes to a point in time where you grow the hell up, you know what I'm saying? And you hold yourself accountable for your actions. So I'm long ways from that person I am, but don't test me. Okay. But I concur. In regards to this whole situation, is unfortunate. But I would like to say that I would first and foremost like to be the person that states that, hey, I believed her. If it comes out that she is wrong, I feel like that's absolutely horrible how she is treading and what she did, and she should be held accountable. You know what I'm saying? However, I would I would rather go out saying that at least I try to believe her story and being proven wrong than to not believe her and to be proven wrong. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, what I've read and what I've heard in like the transcripts and stuff like that, that, you know, the witness actually saw like ganging up on her, a male and a female. And you guys can tell me in the comments or in the chat if you guys heard this too. But the witness saw, you know, a ganging up on it. I really believe it was like an argument type of situation. And that they saw though that the light from the gun or whatever was in the angle of the female, which they're saying that Kelsey. And I also said in correlation with that, it was some gunpowder that was found on Kelsey. So I don't know. I feel like we won't ever know until we hear what transpired in the court of law. And that is just how I stand with this whole situation. It's unfortunate all the way around that these entertainers don't know how to leave the streets in the streets. Okay. Not for nothing, you guys. That does it for me as we wrap this platform, discuss any and all information that has been made known to the public in any way. I am not a journalist. I am a commentator. The information is all alleged, but the commentary is very real. Viewers' discretion was highly advised on this particular viewing, okay? But it's your time now. Let me know what you guys think about this whole Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion situation. How did you feel about the interview? Did you believe her? Did this make it worse? Did it give you clarity as to what transpired that night, or do you still have more questions? Okay. Let me know in the comments down below. While you're there, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Okay. Thank you guys very much for tuning in to another episode of Whitney D TV 2.0. I'll see you guys soon.
What up, you guys? Whitney D here with Whitney D TV, and we have merch! Check it out in the description box down below.
They doing it You made it in corn. Mind you, she's done porn. She's in the process of still doing porn, meaning she did it. Well, first off, I want to say that y'all got to understand that fame is a hell of a gun. I'm Whitney. Keep it cute and get the boot.